Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna look at how to create Power Automate when authoring topics. So when you create a topic, you can call an action, and in the action you can call Power Automate. So when you're able to call our Power Automate, it means that you're able to connect to external system to get information. So you can train your bot to answer questions from your customers from external system. For example, you can connect to cognitive services, you can connect to CDS or maybe the weather connector to get the weather today and etc. So let's get started. So what I have here is a topic that I've already created that is connected to the Power Automate. So I'll just open that topic. So as you can see here, as usual, we have the trigger. So what my current topic is doing is it have the ability to respond to a customer who want to ask about the status of a case. So for instance, if you run a business that allows customers to make enquiries and every enquiry is made, it will be stored in your customer service hub or customer service app, and it comes with a case number. So when a customer provide the case number, I will call Power Automate so that I can go into the CDS that is the database behind the customer service hub to look for the case number and return the status code. So what I have here, as you can see, is my bot asking a question on what is the case number, and then it stores the user entire response. There's the identifier. So whatever the user responds, we'll store it in a text, and we'll pass the text into Power Automate, and then it calls this flow over here, and the flow will return a response, and the bot will respond to the customer. So I'll just quickly show you the example of how this works. So now I'll just start with telling my bot case number. So that is my trigger phrase. So now my bot should respond with the case number. What's the case number? So I'm just going to go into my dynamics over here. So this is my customer service hub. So I'm just going to pick up a case number. So what I have here is I actually have this level up installed. Then I kind of enable the logical name. That is why you're able to see all these logical name like case title, ticket number, subject ID, etc. So very useful Chrome add-on. If you have not used it, created by NetRush, it makes our configuration as a consultant very much easier. Anyway, back to my Power Virtual Agent, I'll just put in the case number. And now as you can see, it will go into the flow. And it tells me that the status code is 1. I know there's not much meaning to it. I didn't kind of put details into this flow. But basically, status code 1 is in progress. If you look at the back end of the database, your status code has 1, 2, and 3, and each of it has different meaning to it. You can probably have a branching that decode this number and provide a more understandable, meaningful response to your customer. But here I did not, so I just straightforward come out and then say yes, it is currently 1. Let me just slow this down and show you. Yeah, so that's the end of conversation. That's the answer your question, yes or no. So that's how one example of how Power Automate works. So now I'm going to quickly show you how to create this. So we're just going to create a new topic. And maybe my new topic is just called Automate. Just an example. Can put any trigger phrases. I'm just going to put Automate for now. And go to authoring canvas. So once you open the canvas, You can do the usual stuff that you normally do, put a message, hello, and then ask a question. Maybe we could have, what is the weather today? And then you can store the user's entire response into a variable. And from there, you pass on the variable to an action. When you select on the action, you should be able to see all the Power Automate that you have created over here. So as I have a few here, you have the check status, case status that you've seen just now. This is out of the box Power Virtual Agents flow template. This is created for you when you create your bot, and this is just a copy that I made. So you can either use one of the existing one you have, or you can create a new flow. So I'm just going to call what the out of box one just to show you how the template looks like. So now I've selected Power Flow template, and as you can see here, there is your input, and then your flow or your Power Automate, and then this is the output, which will be responded to your customer, right? So you can change the input here. Now I've changed this to case number, and this is out of the box flow input number. You can have as many input as you want, and you can change the output name as well. Instead of flow output string, you can call it something else more meaningful, and you can have as many output as you want. So as of now, it only accepts input and output of data type string, boolean, and number. It doesn't accept date, time, and an array or a list as of now. So if you try to pass in a list of variable, array of information, or you try to have output of an array of information, the system would not like it. It will just show you an error message, like something went wrong along those lines. So make sure that you put in a text, or you input a text or number, and you output the same as well, text or number or boolean. So now let's go to the flow details. So when you create your flow for Power Virtual Agent, your template will have 4 steps. So let's just go to edit. So you have HTTP request received, initialize string, initialize number, and then this is the response. So this is the input. As you can see here, I've changed this to case number, type string, flow input number, type number. So you can remove the part that you did not want. If I do not want the number input, I can remove this. If I have more than one input, I can just add on. Same goes for the output as well. So now I have 2 output. If I only have one, I can remove one. If I have more than one, I have a boolean, I'll create a boolean. I'll show you how it looks like when you go and pick the code. So as you can see, this is the body. So this is the variable flow input, flow output, and then this is the type. So remove the number. If you do not need the number, you can edit it from here. I can remove this, or I can add as I want. And for initialize variable string and number, if you don't need, you can delete it, and this is where you call your processing, right? Because you could actually call a connector, or that to CDS, or connector to the weather, or maybe some Azure function, etc. So one thing to be mindful of is that your Power Automate and your Power Virtual Agent must be in the same environment, and your Power Automate must be in the same solution that is being created for your Power Virtual Agent. So I'll show you what I mean over here. So if I go to the solution, there will be an out-of-box solution already created for you when you create your bot, and your solution name Power OBot. So I have this Power OBot. I guess this depends on your bot name, because this actually looks like my bot name with additional O in there. So now if I open my Power OBot, I can see the list of Power Automate that I have already created. So you can see the 3 Power Automate here that I can call from my action. So if I remove this, I will no longer see it from my action anymore. And if you have some Power Automate that is made outside of this solution, you will need to add it in a solution. So how to do it is really simple. I'll just show you one. So I'll go to the flow here and just create another one example. So maybe I'll call this try dash power virtual agent flow. Okay, so now if I go to the solution, just open up my solution. I'll go to add existing, and then from there I will actually select flow. Sorry, I was looking for Power Automate, haven't renamed it. So and then I'll select from outside solution, and here you can see I have the try Power Virtual Agent flow. Once I click add, it will be included in the solution. Take a bit of time to add on, and then when I go back to my Power Virtual Agent, I could call them from the action. There you go. Now I have 4 over here. So if I come back here and I remove this, I'll try and add the action again. I should be able to see 4 flows or 4 Power Automate to select from. Yeah, so that's the new one. So there you go. You can easily now create a Power Automate and add it on to your topics or flow and train your bot to get it to be smarter and more robust and intuitive by getting the information from external system. So that's all for today. Happy Tuesday. Bye.